tell your name and what years you're
What
on the
position you
team.
played.
So, like that.
So with 96 through 98.
Yeah.
I was in school longer than that, but I'm just like
Yeah.
96, 97, 98.
Yeah, 10 years we played, not the years in school.
Y'all were good. Did any of y'all move up from the 9th grade?
Not us.
Not us.
It wasn't nobody moving from 9th grade, but Wonko and Eddie
Oh, I'm talking about
Who's
the
Wonko?
outplay.
towards Sanford.
Did Sereno move?
Torino came 10th grade.
They flunked.
No, I'm talking about
no,
the
no,
football.
ma'am.
She talking about like.
Torino was in 10th grade.
Not,
That's when he got
not in our class.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was in 10th grade. That's when he got to move on to the line.
Look, no, it has to be a little weakness left in order to move up. And so when we
Well,
started
like,
playing,
there
there wasn't no
There was
spots to
no
move up to.
spot, yeah, well.
So that was the thing. It was.
Are you recording?
Yeah,
this?
I'm ready.
Oh my
Okay.
bad.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
That's okay. He's gonna.
Yeah, it got rough after they lost.
Okay, this is Myra Bean. I have I spent about 20-some years at the Panolean, covering the South Panola football team through a whole lot of state championships. What we have now are some players who played at South Panola under Coach Ed Stanley. They are also played on some of the state championship teams or the teams that went to the state championship. So we're going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and tell what years that they played on the team.
Go ahead.
Tillman Valentine, 96, 97, 98.
Yeah, I'm Bobby Bills. I played 96, 97, 98.
Justin Pope played 96, 97, 98.
The years that y'all played on the team, was that your team a special time for you?
Really, honestly, it was some of the best times of our lives. I mean, we all still communicate with each other. We all had a brotherhood, and it was a big competition time. Looking back at the times that we had, we all grew up together. It was a growing up process, and through all of it, I can't say I've had better times or better memories, through all of it. Coming back home, you always see, pass by the stadium, and it just get chill bumps on your arms every time you come through. So to be honest with you, it's nothing but memories all around this place. This is blood, sweat, and tears. This is our life really leading up to it, and all you heard was South Panola, all of leading up into 6th, 7th grade, and then once you got to 7th grade, and I was lucky enough to have my big brother and my big cousin to be seniors my 7th grade year. So
Who were they?
Eric Bibbs is my biggest brother, and Dwayne Rudd is my first cousin. So with them and all their friends, and being around the house and watching them, we had nothing but everything to look up to and look forward to it being our turn to see if we could live up to our family's name and the things that we had going on. And it wasn't pressure like a lot of these kids think it was. We looked forward to it, and we clipped it and had everything together. So go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, it was just that brotherhood. We were excited to play. We were ready for our chance to play, especially seeing that 93 team, just seeing those older guys play. Like Bobby said, like Eric Bills, Rudd, Barry Rudd, Malika, just seeing them. I think my first time seeing Paul Morgan was at the homecoming parade. They had Milk Does a Body Good, had a little kid, and then had Paul on the other side, and I saw that. I said, yeah, I want to play. I can't wait to get up there, even though, like I said, it wasn't the pressure, but just ready for our chance to get out there and show what we could do.
Okay. You want to add to that?
Well, for them, it was firsthand for them, but for me, I went to school at Pope School. So
Okay.
we was like the little kids, and then, we couldn't wait to get to South Panola play with the big guys up here because they had everything. And then once you got up here, it was worth the hype because they taught, when you played football up here, it was like a brotherhood. No matter what, when you're on the field, those are your brothers. No matter what. And I remember Coach telling us, hey, when you're on the field, they're your brother. When you off the field, they're your brother. So he made us stay connected no matter what. He said, you go fight, but no matter what, we go stick together. And that's how he made us feel.
Okay. Go ahead and tell, where did y'all go to college? Did y'all play football? You played football at?
I went to Northwest and then Morris Hill in North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, you cut me out of that question.
Oh, okay.
I went to Mississippi Valley State University.
Okay. The hoodie you wearing?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, just
You're right.
think it was like one funny field house story. Y'all, that wasn't there when y'all were playing.
Oh,
We was in the real field.
Oh,
We came up in the real field.
In the
I
real
got you
field.
one that's even funnier. And I know Bills and Valentine can tell you. I remember when we was out here practice because one thing about a coach, hey, you wasn't finna cheat on practice and you wasn't finna cheat in the weight room. But Coach Ed, which was our coach, I remember he used to work out before practice. So Ed was working out on the fly machine. On the fly machine, Ed, he had weight on that, so he broke the fly machine, and
what was it? The cord broke.
yeah, the cord. And so when it broke, the other hit his head. So Ed bleeding now. Oh, I'll be all right. Still bleeding. He still made us have practice. He didn't go to the doctor until one of the coaches, come on, Ed, you got to go get the head. Oh, we got practice. We got a game. We got to get ready. So Ed, I don't give a care. No matter what, bleeding or not, you go practice. So that made us say, look, if he can do this, we got to practice. So that's what made us just really want to do everything because our attitude went off his attitude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Coach Stanley was infectious. I promise you. Whatever mood he was in, that's the way practice was gonna go that day. If he was in a good mood, we might have a good practice. If he was in a bad mood, every mistake, everything's gonna get called out. We're gonna run it over again. You're gonna get called out. I mean, he held us accountable. That's one thing that I can say, and it lasted on through our life. I mean, Coach Stanley, he made us tough, and he let us. We knew. None of us, I think, still to this day, take no mess off nobody. And that was big time coming from Coach Stanley because I've never seen him back down to not one challenge, not one person, not anybody when it came to that.
We say that's for another day.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories we can tell, a lot of stories we can't tell.
Right.
I'm telling you.
You got a story that you remember?
It was just how he would say something funny and just kind of do that little snickle. Pretty much everybody know him by my nickname, Jody. We was in practice. I think I did something good on the play, and everybody like, Jody, yeah, good play, Jody, good play, Jody. He looked at me. All right, Jody, we're gonna run this play. And I'm looking at him like, you can't call me that. but it's Ed, so I didn't say nothing. Yeah. Okay, coach, just go, just run it. So, so I just let him go ahead and slip that in real quick.
Y'all went to the state championship 96, 97, 98. Those first two, we knew it was Moss Point.
3 points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3 points.
We got
Then
cheated
the
though.
first
We
of
got cheated
98.
We got
3
cheated at
points.
97 though.
Yeah.
Won't go score, but we got cheated.
Yeah, what did it take to get three state championship appearances? What did it take? What did y'all have to sacrifice?
I would say it really started in the weight room with Coach Dan Ray Cole. Coach Dan always said games are won and lost in the weight room. So we put in those hours working out, conditioning here on this track. Well, not this track, it was asphalt. I think I fell down and scraped my chest on it a couple times, but we was out here putting that work, and we knew it started there for us to get to Jackson.
Jody said the weight room, and he's telling the truth. Our weight room didn't close. Like, our weight room, you can come by at 12 o'clock at midnight, somebody in there working out. And majority of the time, like Coach Cole, he'll probably leave around about 10:30, 11 o'clock, because he was in there at 24, he was in there all the time. And then you had like state troopers, police officers, sheriff department guys in there working out, because so the gym was like a sanctuary. So they rather have us in the gym working out instead of out there in the streets late at night. So it became like a fun spot to be at. And so being in there talking and working out, it made us start seeing something. We had a bigger goal ahead of us. Okay. And so that made us strong and stick together, because everything does start in that weight room. If you don't put that time in and you go sacrifice some stuff, like hanging with your friends, sometimes you want to do wrong, but then you got to look at this. You got choice and you got consequences. And that was the main thing they taught us.
Okay.
And everything, and one thing that Coach Stanley, Coach Cole, and all the rest of the coaching staff, everything was competition.
True.
So it wasn't just like we go in there and work out. It was take this weak person, put him with somebody stronger. Everything was competition. Who's gonna lift the most weights today? Who's gonna squat the most weight? Who's gonna be the fastest today? And then after practice, who's gonna line up? Let's see who still got it. Every workout we had to run after it was over with. Then after leg workouts, we'd be on Old Nelly. And then at the end of running our sprints and stuff like that, it was a competition. At the end, almost when it's time in the spring, when it's time to pick out the starters and stuff, the competition came to the weight room first. So you got your starting position starting out with who worked the hardest in there. And so then it equated to going on the field and stamina and endurance and everything else. Being able to play 4 quarters, that was another thing they always emphasized on us, is who's going to finish the game. And it all starts in that weight room. Coach Cole, and like I said, and none of us could ever match what he was doing in there. And so to have a strength coach.
Y'all go ahead and we lost Coach Cole a couple of years ago. Talk about what
I will
he
say
meant.
one thing we can beat Coach Cole in.
What?
Up downs. Hey, Coach Cole will make he'll make a man out of you with up downs. One thing about it, he is not going to have his D lines or anybody on defense messed up. You go up down. Now, one thing I can't say about Coach Cole with the D line, because that's who I was with, Coach Cole the D line. Now, if you mess up in Coach Cole drill, he go get a rock and throw it. Now, over there, we ain't had no trees or nothing over there, so he'll get the rock and go chunk it. It was just straight. He said, now go find my rock. So if you didn't come back with his rock, you was going up, down, and he was going to put you to work. So that's the one thing. Coach Cole didn't play, and we didn't want to mess up on defense. That's why we just did everything for him.
Yeah, on and off the field, Coach Cole was the man. I mean, it wasn't nothing he wouldn't do for you. I mean, whether you were hungry, you take go get something to eat, whether you had something to talk about. He was like a big brother.
Yeah.
I mean, when you needed a father figure around, talk to you like that too, and just all around. He knew all of our parents, all of our brothers, all of our family members, and if you were messing up, he pointed out the fact that where you can get better. Like he wasn't just a disciplinarian. He was always a good time. Till a couple weeks before he passed, I think I seen him. And, it was always a good time to see Coach Cole. He always asked him about the other guys. He's always checking up on everything. But one thing, my biggest memories of him was when we doing 6 inches at the end of workouts. We landing there on that floor in that field house. And we get to 99. And all I hear is, Mert Price, you're ratting on me. I laugh to this day. We got to start all the way back up.
He gonna find somebody. He gonna find somebody.
It was Mert. It was Mert Price. From my 10th grade year, they graduated the year before we did. So 10th, 11th grade, it was Mert Price.
I think he called out Marco once. He said, "Oh, you got towards something for being an All-American on it. Let's start over."
Yeah, exactly. When he wanted to play with somebody, but it was Mert Price.
Yeah,
Mert Price, you're ratting on me. Start over. Everybody mad. But I mean, that was another thing that was start over, get us stronger. Core work, everything like that. It was 4 quarters though, so that's why at the end of the games you really didn't see a lot of the starters playing.
Yeah.
We had got up so far that but when we were playing, everybody got a chance to play.
Yeah, that's how they taught us. Everything like when you swap, it didn't matter who you put in when we was playing. That tempo never changed. But that was that brotherhood. Even though we were brothers, but it was still competitive. We was It wasn't no 1s versus 2. It was 1s versus 1s.
Oh.
I remember when Chris Young was our starting quarterback, and I was on defense, and Ed was like, "Hey, it's all or nothing." And I thought we had broke Chris. and I'm serious, but man, they just had us. It was just all out war. I remember we never could touch the game field until Thursday, because he wanted us to feel like, listen, if I'm not gonna let you touch it Monday through Wednesday, then when you get on that Friday, you better protect this field. And that's how we protected that field. Because we didn't touch it until Thursday on cake day. And that was the one thing about it, man. Just like with Ed and Coach Cole, the reason I think a lot of it was so tight, even before we was even in the seniors, like Ed had got a whole team together, and we went to, I remember Clyde. It was my cousin, but it was Clyde, granddaddy. The whole football team went to his funeral.
And Michael Johnson on the field.
Yeah, Michael Johnson. Ed made sure everybody got together and showed support. Like it was a family. And that was the one thing he put on us.
Okay. Go back, y'all talking about the sacrifices you made, and how old are y'all now?
42.
42. Could you have, when they ask you to sacrifice that, how was that for a teenage boy?
Well, for us,
young man.
Put it like this, it was easy for us because we didn't have all the technology
Okay.
these kids got right now. The only thing we knew back then was kill a man with the ball. I think only a few of us had Sega because I used to go to my friend's house play there. But
Okay.
we didn't have the amenity these kids got now. So that's all we knew. So we didn't give up a lot of sacrifice, but time and kicking it with our friends.
But that's what we look forward to, because again, like I had family members that were already playing football, so
They stayed on your tail.
right. And then so when you in 5th grade, 4th, 5th grade, you already know, like, all right, come on out here with us. You already know what's gonna happen. Like, you're not about to sit in this house. We don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it like that.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say something else. But I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I
like,
know
you
you
know,
were saying.
yeah, like you out here. That's what we do.
It was
That's
a
what's gonna
tradition.
happen. Basically,
It
what
was a
is.
tradition.
And it's basically that's what it was. Family tradition. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was you saw what your cousins, your brothers, and everybody in your family did, and it was your turn next. When you got 12 years old, you got to 7th grade, you know you were gonna be out there on the field.
But the one thing about it though, we had former players that used to come back on the sideline and get on us.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had on we call him CD. I had his number on. He said, "Boy, you better not get out there and shame my number."
Right.
Like you couldn't shame nobody's number, or you couldn't shame nobody's name,
You know?
because that's what you play for.
And that was another good thing on like you look up on by the time we got here, you know, at the time the 93 team had already came through and we're like their little brothers and everything. So we look up and everybody played before, like our senior, we graduated, or well not graduated, but we played in 98. So we look up on the field, everybody's in college. 97, 96, 95, they all stand on the sidelines on the games. If they had off days, we turn around, we know we can't slack in that game because they're gonna talk bad about us. We more worried about what our ex-teammates and our coaches and our family members gonna say about us more than any of this other stuff that's going on in the game. So we already know we're gonna win, but we got other stuff that we gotta set up too. So the records that the guys had left before us, that was our thing. We gotta break these records. All right, so like our running backs that we had, we know South Nola was a running back university at one point, and the guys that we had was second to none, but the guys that came before them were top tier. So you know we already had the records and everything that was set that had to be broken. So you knew once that season started, man, you got to go to a team,
Right.
and if you're not performing, you're gonna keep getting them carries. You know what I mean? You're not gonna keep getting all this other stuff. So you got to perform in order to stay out there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, talk about Demetric Wright. He was one of y'all's teammates. And Hollywood, yeah.
Rest in peace, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Me and Dimitri, you know, that was my opposite side corner. Kind of get a little messed up, even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But,
One
It was
thing
tough,
about
man.
Wright, he gonna be the best looking one out there. He gonna let you know you ain't finna catch nothing on him.
no, we ain't
And that's in practice and on game day.
He took it serious. He took it too serious a little bit sometimes. Though,
Yeah.
you know.
I remember, man, I've seen D get. I remember when him and Tony I think it was him and Tony out there playing. I was at stand one. They hit him and it messed his elbow up.
Well, I got hurt the day before that.
I'm trying to think.
I broke my hand the day before. Then Stan Warren came and hit him.
Yeah.
He dislocated his elbow.
So
both
it-
corners was for the spring game. We both was
Yeah,
like,
it was
they were-
physical.
yeah. You and Lorenzo playing
Yeah,
corner.
I had to step up.
D was physical, but not physical. He gonna hit you, but he ain't finna just come and try to lay the wood, but he gonna hit you.
Okay.
So, but